Chanel, which you've met, and she's gonna go through some office procedures with you. We have GAs with us that are gonna work in the office, which are Sari and Simon. You guys wanna wave? You'll find them in the office too. So they can answer a lot of questions for you. They're very, very helpful.
Okay, so, all right. And this PowerPoint is also in your folder. If you want to follow along, there should be some note sections too on the side, but it's up to you. So
If
this
it's
is,
not, let me know. I'll get you.
yeah. So this is the dean of our school, Terry Mason. I don't know if you're ever gonna get to meet him or not, but he is around in the building. He's on the 4th floor, but I just wanted to show you guys what he looks like in case you ever do meet him. And then, Kendra, do you wanna kind of introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kendra Wilkerson. I work in curriculum instruction and I'm currently helping out LCLE as the department administrator. Some things that I work on are appointments and contracts, scheduled classes, fellowships, TPAC budgets and accounts, program reviews, and then I assist the department chair and Chanel with administrative tasks. So you'll see me periodically running around. I know I've already talked to and met some of you, but just so you know who I am. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to send me an email and I'll do my best to help you. And I need to go
Okay.
to the other
And
orientation.
her office,
Oh, yes.
is kind of on the other side of the building too. It's in 3202, so if you ever, you know, our office is down here, but if you ever need to go find her, she's on the, kind of the other end. So you can ask if you can't find her for some reason.
And I can always come down here in this office too if you can't find me. So.
Okay, great.
Thank
Nice to meet
you.
And then I kind of listed the things that I do. You know, I do admissions, I do course permissions, I handle student paperwork. If you need to reserve a conference room or a classroom, you can email me. If you need to send something out, like on our distribution list, you can send that to me. And sometimes, like with travel awards, I handle that as well, and I assist Dr. D'Amico and the faculty. And then here's our lovely pictures in case you need to know what we look like. And then I just kind of wanted to go, you're going to meet the faculty in a little bit, but I kind of want to just break it down per department. So we have elementary education, we have Dr. Don Adamet, Sharon Daly, Beth Samuelson, who's in the room, Carmen Medina, Mitzi Lewison, and Karen. And then language, we have Seraphine, Dr. Nightcoast, Dr. Powon, and then James is kind of by himself in content literacy. And then we have secondary education, we have Dr. Hines, Dr. Carter, and Dr. Smith. I kind of listed things that are in your packet. I didn't list every single thing, but just to kind of give you a general of things that are helpful. We've put some maps and some guides, some advice from current and former students in there, some links to where you can go to the supermarket, or if you're just not familiar with the area, that information is what's in your packet. Some general information. So my office is 3044. It's across the hallway, glass windows. I usually try to put a display, a fun display in the front. All the faculty mailboxes are in there in case you need to drop something off for a faculty member. We prefer to use IU email addresses. So I know a lot of you have Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. Technically, we're supposed to email your IU account just so that it's not like if we send it to Gmail, it may just go to spam a lot of the time. So just make sure that you're, and if you have issues, I know some of you have had some issues with your email. You can contact UITS, or we can try to figure out who you need to talk to if you can't figure out. And then for some reason, if you don't want to be on our listserv, you can let me know. I know we send out a lot of announcements, some really important information through there. So if for some reason it's a lot for you, you can let me know and I can remove you. But unfortunately, I can't just pick and choose what to send to you. There's a lot of students, so that's kind of hard to do that. ETS, that's our department that supports our technology needs in the School of Education. Their phone number and email address is in there, so if you ever need to use like a computer for a presentation or a classroom that has technology, that's their information there. Okay, so on the School of Education website, there is a tab that says Student Portal. And I've been talking to a lot of current students, and apparently not a lot of people use this. But you can go on there and you can see, so we have a lot of, what's wrong?
Just the phone number.
Oh, just the phone number. So there's a lot of physical paperwork, like your program of studies is paperwork, where some of the paperwork that you're going to be dealing with is changing to an e-doc. So you're not running around trying to get physical signatures from everybody. So you really need to pay attention on the School of Education website. Go for forms, you can let me know. We try to send links to like our direct, the LCLE forms, but there are multiple ways to get forms. You can log on to your student portal, you can check your milestones there, where you're at within the program, and if your paperwork has been approved or if it's been returned back to our office. So you can check that out and make sure that you can log on through there. Some general information, please don't assume anything, because it may change. Everything changes, everybody knows that, it changes all the time. So if you're not sure about something, you can ask me, you can ask current students, but sometimes that gets complicated if the wrong information gets passed around. So feel free to email me or email LCLE. We recommend that you save your syllabi from your classes because you never know when you're going to need those. And we have paper syllabi in our office, and I also try to keep electronic copies now of syllabi, but just always save those for, in case you need those for like a job or future requests. We say make copies of everything, so with your physical paperwork that you have to submit to the Graduate Studies Office, everybody knows things get lost and misplaced, or you need to reference something. Always make sure that you make a copy of it for yourself. And then just make sure that you know your degree requirements. It's all listed on the website. You can look on the bulletin on the Graduate Studies page to see what you need to submit, and if there are any questions about certain items, you can always feel free to look at the bulletin that's on the website. Okay, so it's important to meet with your advisor throughout the year. I know that and you are allowed to change your advisor, but I would always say to give them a shot. I know a lot of you have been trying to get a hold of faculty during the summer, and it's really hard because they're not in the office. So, but if you're having an issue for some reason, you can let me know. We talked about the program forms, and if we can show you in here too if you're not sure exactly where to go to for the forms. And there's a program of studies in your folder for your program. And usually you should complete that within like the end of your first year, and it can change. Like, it's not something that's set in stone, but it helps you decide what classes you need to take and when to take them. Because some classes are not necessarily offered every fall or every spring, or if there's a wait list. I know like Y520 has a wait list. And so you just need to try to track, and your advisor should be able to help you. And all the paperwork for the Graduate Studies Office comes to me, usually once the chair is ready to sign your paperwork. That's usually when it comes to me. But if you have any questions, you can always feel free to come to our office. Does anybody, I should have asked, does anybody have questions? Like, I feel like I'm going pretty quickly. Like, if you think of something, you can stop me at any time.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. So earlier today, at the
Graduate
the
studies.
graduate orientation, they had
Yeah.
talked that there would be new program of studies paperwork.
Yeah.
Is that something that we can get online through that portal, or?
Yes, you should be able to, or through the website, and we can, like, if we have some extra time, maybe we can go on there and we can show you.
Because
where
it
to
shows
go
the
to.
2014 to 2016.
I know, yeah,
Because
because
I'm assuming that's the old one.
that is the old
Okay.
one. Because they're trying to make everything into an e-doc,
Yeah.
but it's so complicated because it has to go through the university graduate
Yeah.
school, and it is taking a very long time. So that's why you should always check the website to see what's up to date,
Okay.
or ask us what's up to date.
All right.
Yes.
So is the bulletin that sort of rules and reigns over our requirements, did anything change between the 2014 to 16 and the new bulletin that's, I think in theory, out there swimming somewhere?
I think it's not finalized yet.
Okay,
So once it does get finalized, then they'll post it right where you're at on the
okay, and
website.
we will be bound under the 17 to
Yes, whatever the
18,
the year
19,
span,
whatever
whatever
it is.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
So this is the paper copy you're talking about?
Yes, that is the
Okay.
paper copy. And as far as I know, they're still accepting those.
Okay, but then you just said you don't turn this until the end of your first year?
Well, you can turn it in before that.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
kind of your goal, is to turn it in before the end of your first year.
Okay.
You may not know all the courses that you want to take.
Right.
So it
And you
gives you a while to sit
And
and
even at the end of your first year, if you still don't know, it's okay. Because I have people turning in program of studies like all the time throughout their process
Okay.
of their program. So I would really talk to your advisor, try to sit down with them and try to go through what classes you should take, because they're gonna be able to tell you, based off your interests, what you should take. But it's just kind of a lot of people wait until the last minute, and you cannot graduate until you have this on file. Like, or move on throughout the process with your qualifying exam, like things like that. You can't move forward. So I would hate for people to stop, like, because of paperwork.
Right.
So that's why we're trying to get this in your head now, to make sure that you're aware. So, like I said, I know paperwork can be confusing, and, but that's why we're here, you know, anytime you need to ask a question. Does anybody else have a question? We good? Okay, so Student Central is a really important, they have a really good website for information. Like, if you're not sure how to register or for financial aid information, you should check out their website or give them a phone call, because I've had to call them a couple times within this past summer, and they've been super helpful. And I know that they have like a document too that you can download for registration instructions. So take a look at that website. But I mean, you can also go in there too, and the hours are listed on there. Okay, so for course permissions, the most important thing that I need, so make sure you read the course description on the registrar's website or when you're trying to register for classes. Because sometimes it'll say you need permission from the instructor, you need permission from the department, you have to be in a certain program to be listed, to be able to join the class. So please make sure you read. And sometimes you have to get permission from other departments. Like some of the inquiry classes, I can't give you permission or answer necessarily questions about that course, because I don't have the authorization to do that. So make sure you read it, but if you do need permission from the department, Or once you get up to like the higher end classes where you need to do like an independent study or something that you need permission, it usually has Dr. D'Amico's name on it. You have to get the faculty member that you're doing the independent study with to send me an email so that I know that you have permission for the course. But most of the time, they want to make sure that you are in the correct program for the class. But I just need to know the course number, the section number. That is so important because unfortunately I cannot read minds, and I don't want to put you in the wrong section. And if you can include your university ID in it, that way, in case your name is Ray Smith, and there's thousands of them, that I don't have to guess and try to look through your emails to find out who you are. So just make sure that you read everything, and if you're not sure about something, send us an email. Let's see, is there anything else? Also, I usually try to send you an email once I've provided you permission, but there's not something in your student account that sends you something to say that you have permission. So usually if you have the permission, you should be able just to go register for the class. There's not anything special, there's not like a special code or anything that you have to put in when you're registering for the course if you have to have permission. So just make sure you read everything. So if you don't know who your advisor is, let me know. I'm pretty sure I've sent everybody, unless you've just recently been admitted. I know there are a couple that I still need to send who their advisor is. You can email, call, or talk to them face to face if you need to set up a meeting or an appointment with your faculty advisor. And then if you're not sure, their phone number, email address, all of that is listed on the School of Education website, or I have access to emails and phone numbers, so let me know if you can't get a hold of somebody or you don't have their contact information. We just want to let you know that there is a service that if you ever need, if you need to talk to somebody, or I know with students you get stressed out. Everybody gets stressed out. I mean, this is available for staff and faculty too. But this is just contact information if you ever need to talk to somebody, and the information that they have and their hours. And then we're having a potluck tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm going to send out an email either at the end of the day or tomorrow morning with more information. It's going to be at the Campus View Shelter House on campus. But I will send an email with the address and like where to park too. Okay.